Now we're going to talk about functional testing and how it must be done. And I tell you how it can change your life with my little story, how it changed my life. And it was absolutely amazing because it changed my life, and I want to share with you. I want you to change the paradigm again, because if I don't shift how you think, like what's this blah 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 I'm talking about here, you already need to know a lot of things. So now my whole point is to make you move and do certain things, not just to hear the information. But when I work with my clients, when I work with a group, when I work with my people, the most important thing they get with me, they change their life, they change their health, they do the action. Okay, because and there are some people who think I'm going to be like another doctor is just going to give you the protocol. No, with me, you're having less supplements, you doing less of this noise. You don't need anything else. I give you the present of action. And when you do the action, you're not anxious anymore, because action erases anxiety, absolutely. And earthing. So the functional testing, how it changed my life. Before I give you a little story and I tell you why it is important, what is the functional testing. Gosh, I did a little bit, people who know me know how I like to talk for years. So I give myself a little note, kind of like to stick to to what I want to say, because otherwise you end up with me on the call for like 2 hours. That's what we're doing right now. So functional lab testing, the difference is when you just do regular blood tests, or you go to a doctor's office, right? They check your blood, maybe they check like saliva for your hormones. That's a good doctor. They check your saliva, your hormones in your saliva. If they just do the hormones in your blood, it's like, imagine taking a picture of the movie and that's it. So when I come to you and I say, hey, let's go see the movie, and you tell me, we don't need to see the movie, I already took a picture of it. I'm like, no, this is not how it works. This is not how it works with hormones, I promise you. So the blood test, especially for cortisol, especially when you're very stressed, it's like the blood is just once, it's a snap. It's one picture of the whole movie. During the day, during the month, during weeks, it's so much, there's so much change in your hormones. It's like drastic, especially with us women, because our hormones cycle, because of our period, it changes so much. So a lot of times you go to the practitioner. Again, I was the one, I would go to a doctor because I was diagnosed with infertility. And I'm like, why can't I have babies? We tried so hard, and it was a very heartbreaking story for me, but now it's a blessing for me because it did happen. I went to a doctor and I started asking them questions, what's going on with me? They did check my thyroid. At first it was fine. Then they did check my blood. They checked everything and told me that everything was fine. My cholesterol was high. And according to them, I was absolutely healthy woman who just can't have children. And to me, there was something wrong with this story. I'm like, okay, what is it? And of course, I started thinking, oh, that there is some kind of punishment, something wrong with me, something broken, something is not right. And then I tell you, when I worked with right type of people, when I spent the money once in my life, when I invested in the right type of doctor who became my mentors, then I started studying this. It absolutely changed my life, because what we find out from a functional testing that I'm going to introduce you to today, that I had hidden hypothyroidism, my and when they told me everything is fine, I was like, I have all of the symptoms. My hair is falling out, I have cold hands and feet, I'm gaining weight like crazy, belly fat huge. It's like I go to the gym, but I don't gain muscle. It's just like jiggly wiggly. And it's like, what else do I do? And my belly hurts all the time. It's painful to touch. I have bad skin, all covered in acne. I have bloating. I am anxious, I am stressed, and they're telling me I'm a healthy woman, right? According to them. Then I discovered with the functional testing that some of these I can introduce you to, and picture that was some of naturopathic doctors that the most they can tell me that I have PCOS. But when I did, then I found the right type of people. When I invest in the right type of testing, I found out that I have hidden hypothyroidism. It's like my thyroid, it's making the hormones, sometimes less, sometimes more, and it's always fluctuate. Your thyroid always fluctuate. When you have all of the symptoms, you go, you do the blood test, and they tell you it's fine. Do not believe them. At least retest and retest in a couple more months, because it can go up and down. And I'll teach you a lot better test for that also. My thyroid making hormone, but it's not getting into my cell. And what is important for your hormones, for your vitamins, minerals, for your oxygen, for anything that help you to make energy, it's for it to get it inside of your cell. If it's not getting inside of your cell, it doesn't matter what's going on in your blood. It can circulate in your blood, but if it's not getting to your tissue, into your cell, you don't have effect of this hormone. You're not making energy because you don't have this mineral, or you don't have the oxygen. And my hormone, thyroid hormone, was not making it inside of my cell because I had calcification. So that means calcium was going not to my teeth and bones, it was going to the cell membrane. And when the cell membrane gets calcified, hormones can't get in. So none of the hormones can get inside of my cell, and I don't have an effect of them. And toxins can get out. So basically my body, my tissues, my organs, my cells swimming in its own poop, and that's what happened to a lot of people. They just don't know it. Choking there, and hormones can get in, minerals can get in, nothing can get in. So I had this calcification. I had unbound copper that was just sitting in my liver instead of giving me energy. If you want your body, your immune system, it's absolutely amazing machine, and it can do anything for you. It can heal the inflammation, it can get rid of parasites, it can get rid of bacteria, it can heal your tissues, it can give you bright brain, anything you want if it has energy. You know how you were a child and everything was like you didn't eat, you didn't sleep, you were running around, you had ton of energy, you wake up and you go. Children not like this anymore because right from the beginning they have these problems. But still, you can't deny that you had a lot more energy. And when this energy is declined, body is dying, tissues are dying, organs are not performing, nothing works in your body. And this copper, we absolutely need copper. So we would take the oxygen and make energy out of it. It's like burning the fire again, right? Burning that fire, and every fire creates the ashes. And what's going on when energy is declining, we're making less of this fire and more ashes. And copper absolutely essential for us to make more fire and less ashes, right? I'm just trying to simplify. And I had all this copper sitting there, not doing its job because my liver was not working. That I found out my liver was absolutely not working. Well, I had fatty liver. When copper is not working, you don't have energy, and also you have anemia. That's what they told me though, that I had anemia. But anemia is low blood iron, but that means it's a lot of it in tissue. And a lot of doctors, practitioners making mistake thinking that we need more iron. And when they did the iron infusions with me, it was so horrible. I felt so bad. When I did this intuitively, I understood that these iron pills are horrible for me. And I just dropped them and I just did the infusions because I'm like, oh, something is not working. It's just my body didn't need more iron because I had a lot of iron in my gut that was feeding bacteria, that was feeding parasites. And all this iron in tissue, when it goes up, your iron in blood goes down. It's like seesaw. And to move this iron from tissue back to your blood, we just need to recycle it. We need copper. So, and of course, there are very essential elements like magnesium, potassium. You don't understand that a lot, like hormones, when your hormones not working anymore, it's just a symptom. It's like somebody stab you with a knife and you have this horrible pain. You don't say that this pain you need to treat, right? You need to take the knife out. The same with hormones. When you have broken hormones, that's why I say there is no hormone imbalance. What you need to do is not to balance your hormones. You need to take the knife out. You need to normalize your minerals. You need to get the oxygen. You need to make the organ that makes the hormones work. Your brain that commands your organs to make the energy or to make these hormones. Your ovaries need to work to be able to make progesterone, estrogen. Your adrenals need to work the right way to produce your cortisol so you wouldn't be broken and fatigued in the morning despite sleeping for 9 hours. It's just, it's also clear, but people always get so stuck on these hormones. Hormones are just messengers. You don't start with hormones when you want to heal your hormones. So, but when you very low, like I was on magnesium, potassium, sodium, and calcium, it's called 4 low. And if you go to a doctor, and a lot of practitioners, and a lot of doctors, they're not going to understand this because they're going to check the blood level and they're going to see it's okay in the blood. But what is the most important again? What gets inside of your cell. And all of these minerals were not getting inside of my cell because remember, it was calcified. Calcification, fibrosis, my tissues, like my intestines were dying from IBS. That's what I found out from functional testing, that I had SIBO, overgrowth of the small intestine, all this belching and bloating and milk intolerance, lactose intolerance. Then a lot of foods, like I eat the healthiest foods like broccoli, garlic, and it gives me more belching and more bloating. Like, goodness gracious, how cleaner can I eat not to suffer? And that was not the food problem. It was my motility problem. Everything was going super slow through my digestive tract and the horrible constipation. It's all coming from motility. So to heal your digestive tract, to heal this bloating, and to heal this constipation, you don't need your poop to be softer. You need to concentrate on jump starting that very lazy dude, your gut. And yeah, and the food start moving. And the healthy liver moves the bile and everything going and cleansing itself. Body is amazing, very smart, and it can do all of this itself if you help it with 3 things, right? Remove all of this congestion and jump start it. That's what I do with my people. Give your body energy, those cells the energy. And third one, psychosomatics. Remove these conditioners that trigger you. You go through life hypnotized, thinking that it's you thinking, but you like living under hypnosis of your childhood traumas or like everything triggering you. And I go in depth on this in the article in my on my website. So, like, you have to be stop hypnotized. When you stop being hypnotized, you have different feelings, different emotions, and then you get health, money. You have, like, literally your life becoming magical when you stop being hypnotized by it. When you think before you react, when you're not just triggered by your traumas, of your life traumas and your victimhood anymore. Okay? And when you're stuck in action, when you're just looking for different information out there, but you're not doing anything, you're stuck in your victimhood and traumatized and all of this. And I have amazing tools with my clients, how we change that. But the most important tool is to change your feelings and think before you react. but it's a different story. Today is about the testing, right? So find out hypothyroidism, IBS, SIBO, PCOS, liver and gallbladder issues, unbound copper, all the low minerals, calcification of the cell, problems with my stage 1 and stage 2 liver detox cycle that was created by some of my genes. It was in my mom and grandma. I have it, and my daughter has it now. This little problem. And because I know we have this problem now, I can change my mom health, and I'm doing that. I did absolutely transform my health, and I'm gonna transform what can happen to my daughter if I didn't know this information. And this you can see from one test that's called Dutch test, the beginning of it, right? But from this one test, you can see if you go to like regular doctor, you see they do the blood test on estrogen can be high. They tell you, oh, you have too much estrogen, estrogen dominance, or it can even be low. And they say, well, or normal. They say it's okay, it's low, but they're not going to tell you anything about how your liver takes that estrogen and what it does with it. And what your liver does with this estrogen is absolutely life-changing for a lot of people who have this process not that perfect. Some ladies are more lucky and they have it better, and some ladies are not. For us who weren't that lucky, for some reason, it can be changed with lifestyle. So it activates certain genes that make us to grow endometriosis, polyps, myomes, thyroid nodules, having very high estrogen that blocking our thyroid from getting inside of the cell. That was with me. Okay, I had this estrogen, bad estrogen, naughty estrogens running around, blocking my thyroid from getting inside of the cell. And also it can damage your DNA, going to your DNA and really age you super fast. Those ladies who like their ovaries like premature menopause, like I had it. I was in menopause in my 20s and I was not supposed to have children. They said I need IVF, I need endometriosis surgery. No, I dropped all these, have 2 beautiful children, no problems. And I know how to protect my daughter now. And the thing is, because I took action, all right? And I found the best testing because I understood my body really deserves it. So if you're sitting thinking like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to spend money on this test. I mean, come on, do you spend money on your hair? Do you spend money on your nails? And another thing is, if you go do the test with your doctor because your insurance covered and it's cheap, but they told you everything okay, but inside you have all of these symptoms, wake up, baby. Nobody gonna do this for you. It's your responsibility to understand what's going on with you. And what, are you stupid? You're not, right? You're a very smart lady and you understand that something is wrong. These people are wrong. I know. I don't feel like everything. That was my thought. If I'm so healthy, like you're saying, why can't I have children? Why do I feel like crap? Why do I age? Why can't I lose weight despite going to the gym? And why can't I gain muscle? Somebody tell me, if I'm so healthy, why am I so miserable, right? Or if I'm so smart, why am I so broke? That's what they say, the people who teach you how to get money. So this problem I found out. So there's estrogen hormone, that's what they don't tell you on the blood test. This estrogen can go to 3 different pathways. I already mentioned it. I talk about it everywhere. This is so important. With the lucky ladies, it's going to take 2-hydroxy pathway. With us, not so lucky ladies, it's going to take 4 and 16-hydroxy pathway. And you can see it only from functional testing. Only from the test. Right now, only Dutch test that is like available right away, and it's not super expensive, and it's available for you. You can test and you can see what's going on with your estrogens. When it's going to support and 16-hydroxy, this is your DNA, this is your aging, this is your polyps, endometriosis, cancer. Everything grows, nodule grows, your thyroid declining, you're losing hair, cold hands and feet. When like if it's going on, you're reabsorbing all these naughty bad estrogens. And your liver have to work like 5 times more, and it's all getting spilled in your lymph, and it showed up on your face, like all this acne, it's inflamed stomach and all of this, right? And we can change this pretty fast by doing the right type of testing. And I do like the whole array of testing, do like all the food sensitivities, gut test, Dutch test, I do saliva, dried urinary test, blood test, I do multi-panel, I do HTMA for your hair, and so many. I do organic acids to see how your immune system reacting to what's going on in your gut and your brain. I do genetic testing, like you name it. But I encourage you, from functional testing, do 4 right now. If you respect your body, once in your life, do these 4. And if you really, it's like, remember my analogy, are you Ford Pinto, crappy car? You can Google it. Nobody wants to buy a Ford Pinto. And probably if you have a Ford Pinto, you don't really care about this car. You like rarely watch it. You like, like losing popcorn all over the seats and stuff like this, because it's a crappy car. But if you would go to a Lamborghini dealership and you buy a Lamborghini, you would probably give it to best car wash, best fuel, best best mechanic who's know what they're talking about, who dealt with these cars before, preferably like the one who really adored this car and like himself drives one. Right? Good car. You wouldn't go to a crappy shop where it's like half drunk mechanics just like taking care of the cars. But think about, God gave us this body, this amazing machine, Lamborghini, and we're treating it like Ford Pinto. The Max would do the nails. We think the massage is just like for lazy people to relax. We think that getting to bed on time is like, I need some more time for myself with wine and TV. Getting like, come on, wake up. You have the Lamborghini. And if you have the Lamborghini at least once in a lifetime, take it to a good mechanic. Do the right type of fuel. Do something for this car. Detailed car wash, fancy car wash. God gave us Lamborghini and we treat it like crap, like Ford Pinto. Okay? And it's so much you can find from functional testing. It's absolutely essential. It's absolutely needed in everybody's life at least once. And it's not crazy. You spend a lot more time, I promise you, on junk food, nails, hair, and other appointments, a lot more. You probably spend more time on a Louis Vuitton bag. At least once in your life, you say, at least once in my life I can buy Louis Vuitton, right? Or Chanel bag. Or save for something. At least once in a lifetime I can upgrade to a better car. What about your body? Upgrade your body a little bit, please. And the thing is, how you treat your body, that's how everything's going to be in your life. You see, to attract more money, to attract good people in your life, you need to change how you treat your body. Because the universe, God, whatever, gave you this body to see are you adult? How you treat yourself, how you treat your body, how you treat your mind, how you treat your heart, how you treat your body, how much do you respect yourself? But we all treat our body like crap, and we want a big company, we want to be responsible for other people, have employees, servants, and big house, and a lot of money, until you learn how to treat your body with the respect. Until you learn how to treat your house with the respect. Clean your house, clean your heart, clean your body. You can't. You can't be given more. You can't be given the responsibility of having more, because you can't take care of it. So your brain is limiting you. It's like, oh, babe, let's deal with this in here. This is just too much for you. So what I suggest for you to do is, and I'm going to share the links, Dutch test, because you need to know where your pathways are going. And it's going to show you so much more. It's going to show you how much stress you have, what's going on in your body. These are amazing, amazing pathways. Is cortisol absolutely stealing your progesterone? Is your testosterone and tank libido is because because the inflammation, your testosterone converted to these naughty estrogens like I had. Because that's why women lose, like they don't want their husbands anymore, boyfriends after like 35, because testosterone getting converted. We need that testosterone to want our man, a little bit of it, not as much as our men want. And you're gonna see it all from this Dutch test. Then you need the GI map test. Absolutely. Once in your life, find out what's going on with your pancreas, what's going on with your liver. Do you even digest your food? Because it's essential to be able to digest, absorb, and eliminate. If you don't eliminate, it's all going to get spilled somewhere else. If you don't eliminate, you reabsorb these naughty bad estrogens that damaging your body. If you don't absorb all of the supplements and food that you're taking, they go right through you into the toilet. What a waste of money, time, and efforts. And then we're spending thousands of dollars on these vitamins and minerals that we don't even absorb. And even if you absorb, do they go to your cell? And then, do you even digest your food? Because one bacteria like H. pylori can sit in here, and blood tests mistaking so much about the H. pylori. I have people coming to me saying, yeah, no H. pylori, I swear, where did you do the blood test? We do the GI test, and here you go, H. pylori. Because it's checking the DNA of the bacteria. GI map test can have you show you pancreatic enzyme production. Do you digest your food? It can show the fat in your stool. Do you even absorb your fats, fat-soluble vitamins? Because if you don't absorb these fats, you can't make hormones. Hormones are made from pregnenolone, which is made from cholesterol, which are fats. So if your liver, if your bile is too thick and it's not absorbing the fats, you can't make hormones. That was one of my problems. I only found out about that from GIMAP. That's called functional testing. Anti-gliadin antibodies, it's going to show you. A lot of times people tell me, oh, I'm like, does gluten giving you any problems? And they went to the doctor and said, well, I checked celiac disease. It's not. But when we do GI-map testing, I see that the immune system is screaming. It's inflammation all over because gluten does irritate them, because they have leaky gut. Everything that they eat gets spilled into their bloodstream, and no wonder we have crazy acne. No wonder we can't drink milk. No wonder we can't eat bread, because everything triggers the immune system. All of this stuff getting into bloodstream where it doesn't belong. And if I see that gluten, it does indeed create a reaction in you, I know you don't have celiac, but you do have gluten sensitivity. We do the gut protocol with you, we heal the gut lining, then you can eat your bread again, and you're not going to have symptoms, and you can drink your milk again. So inflammation, there are a lot of markers of inflammation in your digestive tract that they can't even find with colonoscopy, because look, what they go through colonoscopy is just the large intestine, and all of these problems, your small intestine is a lot longer, and all of these problems where we have spikes, fibrosis, tissue dying, your organs, like they get like this, and your digestive tract becoming very super lazy, and it's like all cricket and have adhesions, and you sitting there in high temperature, and bacteria and parasites and acidity, and it all gets spilled in your bloodstream. And all of this happening without symptoms. It can be happening for 10, 20 years. And when you have IBS, all of this been happening there for 10, 20 years. If you have constipation for a long time, sometimes like a lifetime, and when your body just can't take it anymore, and it's just like stress, constant stress is a trigger, and you have these nerves, these receptors signal to your brain, pain. I have ladies, right, just doing the things I teach them with the right type of movement, with the right type of psychosomatic techniques, heat application and pressure, they get relief from the IBS that they've been suffering for years, decades. I'm one of them. That's why I know what to do, because I suffered through all of this. And after I suffered through all of this, I became a practitioner, so I could teach other people that they don't have to live like this. I made so many mistakes. I went through so many detoxes. I cried on my bathroom floor, so other people don't have to. I guess that was not my intention to help people when I was doing this. I was doing it for my own health. But now, when I feel so great, when I made all these mistakes, when I'm telling you, this is the pathway. I'm telling you, I'm giving you everything. Functional testing. If you're a Lamborghini car, if you're not a crappy Ford Pinto, do the Dutch test, do GI map test, and do the HTMA test. HTMA will gonna show you if your cell is indeed calcified, like mine was, and no hormones can get in and no poops can get out from the cell activity, right? It's like we're burning this fire, this oxygen, and we create ashes. The more fire we have, the better hormones we have. Testosterone, estrogen, like this is your man's libido, this is women's libido, this is your progesterone, this is your metabolism, this is your losing weight. And then you create these ashes. If we create more ashes than fire, you're declining, you're dying, your tissues are dying, your body's dying, you're aging, you get chronic problems. Before problems becoming chronic, they are there for 20 years. And with the functional testing, you can find it a lot faster. Because when you find these problems on that blood test with a regular doctor, you have a chronic problem, and we still can get you out of it with the functional testing and my protocols, with everything I do. Because what you do with me is not just swallowing supplements. Health is a lot more. And what I do with people right now, I'm giving them energy, I'm giving them health. We don't fight like Don Quixote these diseases no more, because you're either sick or you're healthy. And people love to do halfway nowadays. Let's fight these diseases all the time. No, make your body healthy, and you don't need to fight the diseases, and you don't need to fight the symptoms. So do you understand what I'm talking about? If it resonates with you, please give me the feedback. Tell me something, because so I'm a certified HTMA practitioner because I want to share with people. A lot of times, we just, all of the supplements, vitamins going right through us. It needs to get inside of the cell. And of course, with every nutrition health industry is the wild, wild west. So another test I want to tell you, HTMA, do the hair mineral analysis. It's like, you know how they find mineral content in the rocks? The same with your hair. They can find what's going on with the minerals in your hair. And your hair is like your garbage can of your body. Everything what's going on with your body. You want to find out what your neighbor is doing? Go dig into his trash. You're going to find out all of their little dirty secrets. That's what I do with my clients. When I get into HTMA, we're going to find out all your little dirty secrets. Are you super stressed? Where is the stress coming from? What's your adrenals doing? Are you screaming at people? Is husband chewing loud irritating you? Because I can see that from your test, and I can tell you how you're reacting to other people. Are you a mean lady or a nice lady? Because I can see it from that test, believe it or not. And how I got to all of these, I've tried it all. I studied it all. And what I like to do, another thing like I did with Marley Robbins, like he's talking about the less copper you have, the less energy you make in your body. And copper, zinc, he says, don't take zinc, take copper. And for each doctor or opinion or new fat diet or new supplement is going to be opposite, absolutely contradictory. Pill, diet, exercise regime, the way to do: fast, never fast, eat 3 times a day, eat every hour, eat fat, don't eat fat. It's like Wild West. You can find anything in there. And I've tried them all. And that's what I do with my clients. I've took the best out of all of them, and I still continue doing this. You'll be surprised. Like, I don't watch TV at all. What I do, I listen to podcasts, I study. I finish one school, I go to another one because I love it. It's just, I love it now, right? But I take the best, and then with my clients, from these best, it still doesn't mean that it's going to help your particular body. From these best, we find what's going to work for you. That's why in my business, life, health, I hired the best. I spent at least $200,000, at least, on coaches, supplements, Medicaid, like you name it, just to bring me to who I am. A little girl from Siberian village who had to go outside of her house for toilet, right? We had this toilet outside of our house, who was going to the little fields with her grandma to pick up like some herbs. And I created myself, and they told me I can't get pregnant. And when I told myself that I can't work for some company 9 to 5, I hired the best people. I spent this money on myself. I treated myself like Lamborghini. Now I don't watch TV, but you don't have to do all of this. That's why you can hire me. That's why I hired other people before. You can hire somebody who resonates with you, but who has the same concept. Okay, because a lot of doctors, they're just going to take your test and they're going to compare it to the protocol. They give it to everybody. They never tried it. They don't know its effect. They don't know if it's going to help you or not. They're going to give it to you, stick with you, and see what happens. Okay, and then you're going to see them in the 2 months. But hire the best for yourself. Do this investment once in your life, because the best investment is investment in your health, in your money, and in your relationship. And the people who made all of these mistakes before you, they know how to do it fast, and they can prevent you from making the same mistakes. Okay, they give you the formula, they give you the success thing. And in the courses and in you can get this and you can implement and see how it works for you. But the best work is always one-on-one, because then you become a personal coach. And when you're like feeling like you don't want to do it, I tell you, come on, girl, I know how to do it. Or I use RTT on you, I use something to keep you up, to inspire you. That's why some people sticking with me for like 3 years, because they love how I transform their life and their health. And they know that with me, it's always the next level. We go together because I give it to them, because I always want to the next level. I became from a little girl from the village in Siberia to owner of my own company, to always work for myself. I became mother of 2 when they told me there is no hope, right? I overcome menopause, and now my hormones are amazing. Just I always constantly do the tests on myself, and I inspire you, and I tell you at least once, do this for yourself. If you want to talk to me, do the first step. Action kills the anxiety. Action kills the uncertainty. Schedule a phone call with me. Okay, you get the clear opinion and advice on how you should act after. What do you do? I don't take everybody. I don't need to. I don't want to, but I'm gonna help you to see where you need to go. And the best present literally you can do for health is to hire somebody to work one-on-one, because they can, somebody who understands all of this. And when you listen to my videos, at least you know how to ask educated questions too. And I'm telling you, you want to win this game of health and even this game of life, schedule a call with me and we're going to talk, and we're going to see how we can bring you to your greatness a lot faster. It's opened my eyes how many childhood beliefs are interfering with me fully enjoying life. Absolutely. The childhood beliefs, they are the worst. They trigger your brain, and that's why I have revolutionary psychosomatic practices, and I share with you, because you going through life hypnotized. Like I remember I told you, the guy with the mustache who told me you ugly and stupid in the 5th grade, and the car was passing by, like this guy with the mustache can trigger you to have this all the time. And we have thousands of these little nuggets, like little scars in our heart and in our body that literally trigger us to act certain way. It's not you. You like literally walking through life like a robot and everything triggering you. And you start pulling it all when we're doing our practices together. When you're pulling it all, you understand how hypnotized you were and how you can literally, life is amazing. You're so safe, you're so loved. You can do whatever you want in this life. And it all comes from feelings. Feelings are most important. Okay, so functional testing. Do some of them, my dears. It's so important. And luckily, I'm not materialistic, don't earn enough to be, only because you're playing this game. You don't want to earn enough. If you wanted, you would. That's the only thing. Yes, you can do it. If you're in another country, you absolutely can show me the test for another country unless they're like, I literally don't recognize the language. Or I can send you, I partner with the labs in Europe. I send the tests to Dubai, to South Africa, to Britain, to Turkey. I have clients all over the world and I send them the tests all over the world, literally. Or you can, yeah, you can substitute. There is like GIMAP in Europe that we partner with. I forgot, they called Nordic Labs. Yeah, absolutely. All right, my dears. I hope sometimes I give you tough love because I want you to do the action, because I absolutely know this taste of change. I know how my body changed. You saw it on Instagram. Look at some of my pictures. Holy macaroni. And I felt 50 times worse than I looked. And I know how you can change. And I made a lot of mistakes and I made it a little bit longer than I should have. And I absolutely can help you make it fast, including your money, believe it or not. My clients who work with me, they see the changes in their money, in their relationship with their husbands. They bring their husbands to work with me because it's so freaking life transforming. And we women, our only purpose on this earth is to make the climate in our houses, in our communities. We are inspiration, we are love. We take energy from God, that love, and we give it to everybody. We are climate making. Everything starts with us women. We either rob people of energy and make them losers, or we give them wings and make them winners. I make my husband a winner, my kids winner, my parents winners, my tribe winners. That's why the tough love sometimes. I can make my clients winners. That's what I do. Every woman has this ability, and I'll teach you that. I teach you how to make your whole surrounding of you, of your family, like your company, a winner. This is we have fun and we create winners and champions. This is what women should do, right? Okay, love you all. I guess I'm talking too much. I'll share the link to schedule a call with me. Literally, go in there, schedule a call, talk to me. All right. Love you, ladies. Bye bye.